On a rainy spring evening in 1996, a man walked into Gorton Police Station, his calm demeanor hiding a confession that would unravel one of Manchester's most horrific crimes. James Patterson Smith, 47, enters the station. His clothes are slightly disheveled, but his face is eerily composed. He approaches the desk sergeant, hands in pockets. He told desk sergeant that I've killed my girlfriend, Kellyanne. She's in the bath at my house, 11 Furnival Road. It was an accident. We were arguing and she slipped under the water. Desk sergeant first did not believe what he said. James then again told the sergeant that she was drunk, mouthing off. I lost my temper, pushed her head under, tried to pull her out, but she was gone. What awaited officers at 11 Furnival Road was no accident, but a scene of unimaginable cruelty. Kellyanne Betts, a 17-year-old with dreams of teaching, had endured weeks of torture so brutal it would leave investigators, jurors, and an entire community scarred. Kellyanne Bates was born on May 18, 1978, to Tommy and Margaret Bates in Hattersley, a close-knit community on Manchester's eastern edge. From an early age, Kellyanne was a beacon of light, bright, athletic, and fiercely determined, made teaching a joy, always curious, always helping others. She'd stay after class to tutor younger kids in reading. And on the track, unstoppable. She wanted to be a teacher, to make a difference. But in 1993, at just 14 years old, Kellyanne's path crossed with a predator who would exploit her trust and dismantle her world. James Patterson Smith was no stranger to violence. Born in 1948, he was unemployed, recently divorced, and carried a dark history. In 1976, he was convicted for assaulting a 13-year-old girl. In the 1980s, he brutalized his partner Tina Watson, beating her even during pregnancy, and later abused 15-year-old Wendy Motter's head with similar cruelty. To Kellyanne, Smith presented a different face, a protector, a confidant. While babysitting for a friend of his, their paths crossed, and he began grooming her with calculated care. By 1994, at 16, Kellyanne was entangled in a relationship she hid from her family. She called him Dave, lied about his age, claiming he was in his 30s, and deflected questions. In November 1995, Kellyanne moved into Smith's terraced house at 11 Furnival Road. She quit her part-time job at a local shop, stopped calling her friends, and drifted from her family. Bruises began appearing, dismissed as clumsiness. By March 1996, Smith's control tightened. Forged postcards arrived at the Bates home, signed Kellyanne, claiming she was fine. Her brother Ian was turned away from Furnival Road. A neighbor glimpsed her at a window pail, expressionless. Ian Bates. Where's my sister? I want to see her. James told him she's busy, mate. She'll call you. Kellyanne was no longer free. She was a prisoner in a house of horrors, her world shrinking to the walls of 11 Furnival Road. From mid-March to April 16, 1996, Kellyanne Bates endured 4 weeks of systematic torture. Bound to a radiator by her hair or neck with ligatures, she was starved, losing nearly 20 kilograms. Water was withheld for days. The cruelty was deliberate, escalating to depravity beyond comprehension. According to forensic analyst Dr. William Lawler, the injuries spanned weeks: scalding to her buttocks and left leg, burns from a hot iron on her thigh, a fractured arm, stab wounds from knives, forks, scissors including inside her mouth. Her hands were crushed, her ears, nose, eyebrows, lips, and genitalia mutilated, wounds from a spade and pruning shears. Partial scalping. Most horrific, her eyes were gouged out weeks before death, with later stabs to the empty sockets. Blood was found in every room, walls, floors, furniture. Smith's violence was relentless, designed to inflict maximum pain and humiliation. On April 16th, after weeks of unimaginable suffering, Smith beat Kellyanne's head with a shower head and held her under the bathwater until she drowned. He claimed it was an accident argument gone wrong. Evidence told a different story. Detective Sergeant Joseph Monahan told press that I've seen murders, stabbings, you name it. But this, blood everywhere, walls, carpets, ceiling, every room a crime scene. Her body wasn't even in the bath, like he said. It was in the bedroom, wrapped in a blanket. This isn't a crime scene. It's a slaughterhouse. How does someone do this? The autopsy revealed the extent of Kellyanne's suffering. Over 150 injuries, inflicted over weeks, painted a picture of calculated sadism. Smith's claim of an accidental drowning collapsed under the weight of forensic truth. On November 10, 1997, James Patterson Smith faced trial for Kellyanne's murder. His defense was as delusional as it was callous, claiming Kellyanne provoked him, injured herself, or even dared him to blind her. The jury deliberated for just 1 hour on November 19, 1997, turning a unanimous guilty verdict. Mr. Justice Sachs sentenced Smith to life imprisonment with a minimum of 20 years. All 12 jurors accepted counseling to process the trauma of the evidence, a rare step reflecting the case's horror. Kellyanne was laid to rest at Mottram Cemetery. Her life cut short at 17. Her death sent shockwaves through Manchester, sparking a reckoning on domestic violence and grooming. The case led to stricter guidelines for welfare checks and victim support in Manchester. Documentaries, articles, and advocacy groups continue to share Kellyanne's story. Urging awareness of coercive control and grooming, Kellyanne Bates deserved a future classrooms to teach, races to run, a life to live. Her death was a tragedy, but her legacy is a call to action, to listen, to intervene, to protect. If this case moved you, subscribe to the Crime Decoder for more updates of new case and share your thoughts and comments below. Until then, stay safe and stay vigilant.